And the brainstorm is called Correction, Mr. Einstein. This is the concept of time. That's what it's called. Having said that, just to explain Einstein's theory of relativity, which says, clocks move slowly when they're, clocks tick slowly when they move at a speed or when they're in a heavy gravitational pull. Meaning, on the Earth, the clock is ticking, tick-tock, 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 tick-tock. And let's say I happen to build a spaceship, right? And I have the same clock here on Earth. Again, it's going tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. So it's basically measuring time. So what happens, per Einstein's theory of relativity, as the spaceship starts moving at a high speed of light or whatever, very high speeds, this tick-tock takes a longer route. So as you can see, suddenly, as from the Earth, the tick-tock was shorter, but as the spaceship started moving, the tick-tock has become now longer. Now imagine the spaceship landing on a red planet, just like in Interstellar, where the waves were big, where the gravity was really high. The tick-tock is going to slow down further, meaning the clock slows down, as you can see, because the bouncing is slow. Now, based on this, Einstein and the scientists say we grow at a particular rate on the Earth, as you can see in the picture. But when we're traveling in space at the speed of light or on the planet where the gravity is high, as you may note, the growth is slower, meaning we grow slowly. Now that is the concept that has been proposed based on Einstein's theory of relativity. So, applying it, it says, the clock dilates or it expands, and thus time dilates, and we grow at the corresponding rate, meaning we grow slowly just because the clock has started ticking slowly. Here's my dilemma, with all due respect to Mr. Einstein and the rest of the scientists in the world. Just like everything else, I believe the theory of relativity needs a correction. And just to explain that, first part is, let's take up what we term as time. The way we term, or I term time is, Earth universal, let's call it that, Earth universal time. One rotation of Earth is equal to 1 day, and then one rotation around the sun is equal to 1 year. Everyone knows that. Time, we measure it, Earth's rotation 1 day, or Earth's rotation around the sun as 1 year. And to measure that, we devised a clock that was, tick-tock, 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 that counted seconds, hours, whatever, and we said, it's going to count, how the Earth rotates around its axis or goes around the sun. Except that we found the clock now dilates when moving with high velocity or when it is, in a planet where the gravity is high. So what's the first correction? Correction 1 says, or we would like to present, is clock is a device to measure the Earth universal time. Time is different, clock is different. What does that mean? Clock can do a tick-tock at the rate of tick-tock, 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 or tick-tock, tick-tock. And Earth will keep rotating at the same rate. It does not change just because the clock changed the way it's tick-tocking or moving. So in short, the clock is there to read time, but the universal time, that's Earth's universal time, keeps a constant. So the million-dollar question. The clock is ticking. Again, I'm sounding like a broken record here. At a specific rate. Earth is rotating at, one rotation on its axis, or one rotation around the sun, 1 day or 1 year as we term it. So, what's the million-dollar question? Do I grow at the rate the clock ticks, or do I grow at the rate the Earth rotates around the sun or around its own axis, 1 day at a time or 1 year at a time, or at the rate of tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock? Correction 2. We grow at the rate of the universal Earth time. That is, if the Earth rotates one complete circle around its axis, that's 1 day, we've grown old by 1 day. If we rotate around the sun 1 year, or in a complete circle, we have grown old by 1 year. So my growth is directly connected to that. It has nothing to do with the clock tick-tocking at different rates just because it's on a different planet or I'm going in a spaceship. I will grow old by the rate that planet Earth revolves around its own axis or around the sun, which leads us to the concept of time. Each individual, that is us, animals, etc., entity, meaning planets or any other components of the universe, as well as energy such as light or sound or anything else, holds and resonates with the universal time that they belong to. I belong to Earth's universal time. Light might belong to Sun's universal time. And we all basically grow at the rate that we are associated with our own universal time, irrespective. It doesn't matter whether I am in a different position in the universe, traveling in a spaceship, whether I'm traveling at the speed of light or I'm traveling at the speed of snails, or if I'm experiencing a different force, be it gravity or etc. My rate of growth does not change. It remains consistent with one turn of the Earth on its own axis, which is 1 day, or one complete rotation around the sun, which is equal to 1 year. So I would remain growing at the rate the Earth is growing. Thank you.